Hi guys, so sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I've been busy doing fun summer stuff, and also I have been drawing quite a bit, but I haven't really made anything that I really wanted to make like into a speed paint or anything. Maybe I'll make somewhere that I can like post like just still art. I don't know. But anyway, this is I've been putting off actually like editing this video together, but I've had the speed paint ready for a while, so now that I have this, I can finally delete it off of my like iCloud and it stops telling me that my storage is full. So anyway, Amphibia. I love Amphibia. It's a very, very good show. I actually recently finished rewatching it. And my favorite character is Marcy because Marcy is amazing. But we're gonna, I guess we'll go like character by character. So we gotta start with Anne, of course. Anne's a pretty great main character. I like her. She's pretty grounded. I do like a lot of the other characters more, but that's how it goes with the main characters. I usually end up liking the side characters more than I like the main ones. But Anne's cool. I like her. I don't really have much to say about her. On to Marcy, because Marcy's the best character. So, okay. Marcy, I love her so much. Like, first of all, like, obviously she's, like, super relatable. Not only with, like, the whole, like, being obsessed with, like, these, like, fantasy stuff and having no one take her seriously about it, but also like everything that goes on with her moving. Like, I've had to move before, so I totally get why she's like so scared about it. Of course, that doesn't excuse her literally teleporting Anne and Sasha to another world without their consent at all, but her motivation makes sense. It doesn't have to be justifiable. It just has to be an interesting motivation that makes sense, and I think it's really interesting. I've never seen that before in a cartoon, or like, I don't think I've ever read a character with any motivation like that. Her purposely getting Anastasia stuck in another world makes it so much more like believable why they got stuck there, because otherwise it's just like they picked up this strange music box and then they went to another world, and the coincidence of them picking it up, it just happening to pick it up, doesn't make sense. And also, that's really well foreshadowed. Like, Marcy's the one who picked the music box up for them and was the one who wanted to use the music box. No one ever questions that until the big reveal. And there's like a whole, like, the whole episode where she's introduced is like dedicated to making you trust her, because Sprig doesn't trust her, but then he learns to trust her and all that. So it's like, you know, it's very, very well written. I love her. And I like that she, after seeing the consequences of everything that she does, she learns to stop doing that, as she takes everyone else's consideration. She would never do something like that again, ever. And she grows up a bit and she matures, and it's great. And I love her, like, thing where she's in the core. It's pretty much Mapleland. So anyway, we have Sasha next. Sasha, I love her so much. Before Marcy was introduced, she was my favorite. I think her redemption arc is really great, and I think it's super funny how, like, she pretty much teaches Grime how to, like, manipulate people, because she's like, it's like it's crazy how she can, like, teach, like, someone who's, like, a ward captain commander, like, how to, like, command his army better, because she's, like, queen bee of her school. And it's very interesting, and I like her learning the consequences of her actions after she, like, sees what happens to Anne and Marcy in True Colors, and how she doesn't want her relationships to be ruined with them, but she's, like, pretty much doing everything to herself, and she still really cares about Anne and Marcy despite what she's doing, and she is originally just doing it to get home, and she's definitely, like, a control freak. I would have liked to see, like, where she got all her control freaky tendencies from, but I guess we can't focus on that too much, and even without knowing why she's like that, even if she's just like that, her arc is still really nice. So, moving on to the frogs, I guess. Sprig. Sprig. I really don't care very much. Sprig exists. I think he's very funny sometimes, but I don't really care very much either way about him. But a lot of the time he can be a little annoying when he's like gets everyone into trouble. But he's still fine. I don't not like him. I don't really care very much about him either. But his relationship with Anne's nice. Like he's pretty much Anne's first friend, that like real friend that she had that wasn't like really toxic or a bad friendship that like needs to be fixed. Like very wholesome, you know. And then we have Hop Hop. Or actually, you know, I have a confession to make. I actually thought that Hop Pop's name throughout like the entire first time I watched the series, his nickname, I thought it was Hop Hop and not Hop Pop. So there's that. But I really like Hop Pop. He's really great. Like everything, like the comedy that comes out of him being super old-fashioned is hilarious. But he's also has like that whole thing that happened in After the Rain, where he like buries the music box and you're left like that whole like there was like this whole portion of time where you're just wondering why the heck he buried that music box until After the Rain, and that's great. And the whole scene where you like find out about like the herrings and stuff, and I like that conflict wasn't resolved in like one episode either. It was still, there's like him and Anne had to work on regaining trust between each other even after that. So that I liked that. Even like the conflict wasn't resolved in one episode. And Polly is Polly. I don't know what to say about Polly other than she's pretty funny sometimes. She's the aggressive little tadpole and I love her. But you know, she never really has a big character arc or something like all the other main characters. It would have been cool to see Polly get a bit of an arc, but she's fine just the way she is anyway. And we talk about King Andreas. King Andreas, he's a funny villain. I like he's like being all goofy and like about all his evil deeds, but he's like still like trying to commit murder, and he's like, haha, murder, yay. And he's like he'll talk about like murder and stuff, and then he'll be like, also, I'm really interested in that like one fantasy series that Marcy showed me, and I also want to eat potato chips. So, yeah, that's fun. I loved his backstory episode. My one gripe with him is like the redemption was a little quick, but I feel it kind of makes sense. But I don't know if I was completely on board with it, but sure, I'm not too mad about it. And then of course we have the Core, who is incredibly creepy, but I love that. They're crazy, and I like their possession of Marcy is terrifying. That whole scene freaked, like I was like not expecting that to happen and then the whole Darcy thing. That was I love that plot point. The whole possession scene was super freaky, and I like that a lot. It sucked that we didn't get to see Marcy for a while because of that, and also the fact that she was literally stabbed in the back. How did they get that into a kid's show? I don't know. They put a knife through her. I don't understand how they convinced the Disney to put that in a kid's show, but they did it somehow, and I'm very proud of them for that because that scene was super crazy. So what else can I talk about? Oh, that I Grow Tulips guy. What's his name? Gary. He's hilarious. He just says it at like the most random moments, and it's funny. Mrs. Croker exists. Oh yeah, and then there's also Ivy. Ivy and Sprig, they're cute, I guess. I don't really care very much though. I feel like they would have been fine to just stay as friends, but I guess not. It's fine. I don't really care very much. Mrs. Croker is very funny a lot of the time. I love like when they tell everyone that like King Andrews is like some crazy evil tyrant. She's like, well, I never voted for him. She's funny. speed paint's finishing up a bit. I love how Anne only has like one shoe, and like she just is doing all these crazy fighting moves in like one shoe. She's literally sword fighting Sasha with one shoe on, and like not. Oh, this is not a disadvantage to her in any way. And her sock, it's only like mentioned one time that it's like worn out and stuff. It's it's very funny. So anyway, now I think this is the last bit of the speed paint, so I'm gonna let it finish off, and bye guys!